Hello there! In this video we're gonna animate the camera, but before we do that, I saw something that I wanna change. Over here on this support, so I wanna change something about it, the colors basically. I wanna change the colors. So I'll go here on pot support, and I'll change these colors to be more close to each other. This one I'll make it more light, and this one I'll make it more dark. Something like this. They are too much different between each other. Maybe a bit more light. Something like this. And also I want to go, let's go back to layout. Press tab. Actually, let's go to solid mode. So I'm in edit mode, in solid mode. And with pressing L, I'll select only the legs. Okay, so I deselected the top part and now I'm selecting only the legs. And I say GZ, move it down a bit. And now go in object mode, GZ, move it up. And that's it, because it was too much inside. And now the color is fine. Let's animate the camera. So to animate the camera, there are multiple ways. I will show you an easy way, quick way to animate camera. So I will open this animation. If you don't have it open, let me close this one. I will show you how to open it. Let's say your blender is like this. So you put your mouse here in the corner and you drag up. And it's gonna open this solid mode. Or anything it's gonna open here. But you go to this editor type. And here you will find timeline. Where is it? Timeline. Here it is. In animation you have timeline. And this is how you open the timeline. So you can animate the camera. Okay, so now we have to go to frame 1. Okay. And I will go here and select the camera. My camera is here. Okay. And I have here a record button. It's not a record button, but this is gonna help. Okay, so I make it blue. Basically, I made it active. And now with the camera selected, I press G, but I don't move my camera anywhere. I just left click one time on the screen, not right click. Left click, this is very important. So now I have these keyframes. Basically, I created the first frame. I will close this. I just want to see the first keyframe. Okay, so this dot is called a keyframe. Okay, so now the animation is gonna start here. Let's see where is the animation starting. So I am in this point. This is my camera. Alright, I will press N. I will say here again camera to view. I'll close this panel pressing N again. And now let's say I will go to frame 40. I will click here on the frame 40. And let's say I want my camera to zoom in. I'll zoom in a bit. And also let's make it point down to see this room at the bottom. Let's say we want the camera to come in focus down and then we move it up. And then we move it upstairs slowly. Okay, so first let's bring the focus here down. Something like this. Now I'll click on frame 80 and start moving it up. Let's say zoom out a bit and move it up here. Something like this. And let's say we have 120 frames in total. And I'll move it to also see this picture in the frame. Rotate it a bit, zooming in a bit. Just position it as you like. Okay, so let's say this is our final frame. So we show all the design that we had. Here I have the end. I have to say my last frame is 120. So this is how much is gonna render. I'll go in this mode. So in material preview, so I can see this way and I can see the animation without all that noise, okay? So let's go back to frame 1. But the animation is gonna be in cycles, not like this. This is just a preview, okay? So let's see how our animation looks like. Very good. You have to keep in mind that these frames, they're gonna take a lot of time to render. So the longer your animation is, the more it's gonna take to render. Okay, now press N and deselect camera to view. N again. And let's change some stuff around here. So earlier when we rendered only one picture, we had some settings. But because this animation is gonna take too long to render, we need to decrease these settings. So here from 8000, I will say 1024. Press enter. Let's scroll down. Here on minimum light bounces, I'll say 0. Over here in light pass, max bounces total from 24, I'll change it to 8. And the glossy, I will change it to 2. Alright. Over here on clamping, direct light, I'll say 0. And this one in direct light, I will say 10. And that's about it. Now, when we are ready, we can save the file and go over here, render animation. And the animation will start to render. So you can see over here that it tells me that one frame number 1, remaining time is around 7 minutes. So because I have 120 frames and one frame takes me around 7 minutes, you can calculate how much it's gonna take you to render the full animation. After that, you're gonna get something like this, JPEG files from the render in this folder, local disk C, and they're gonna create a folder named TMP, and there you're gonna get all the files from the animation, and you can join them together using a software like Adobe Premiere, Final Cut, or whatever you feel comfort on, even Blender if you want. There are tutorials out there how to put together the animation files. I usually use Adobe Premiere. So this is it basically. This is how you get the animation. I'll put my animation on the screen. How I got my final animation. I made it a bit longer and slower to bring a great feeling to this beautiful studio apartment. So yes, this is how you animate the camera. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye!